everyone. Happy New Year. We are here for the first Lunchtime Live of 2022. Let's see who's in the audience today. I will wait a minute or so. Hopefully we've got some people joining us for the first time this year, or the first time maybe ever, and maybe some of our avid followers. And if you're watching on the repeat or the playback later, welcome. And of course, we appreciate questions and comments related to today's topic, the white-crowned sparrow. So welcome everyone. It's Lunchtime Live, first one of the year, the new year. Happy New Year. My name is Maria, and I'm happy to bring this program to you again, starting here in 2022. We are going to do things a little different. We're going to switch to every other week, every other Tuesday at noon. So we're not taking it away, but we're cutting it back a little because other things are going on again. We've reopened and we've got walks and other opportunities. So, well, let's get started. Hi, everyone. We have an audience, and I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. And it is a beautiful day, the first Tuesday of the year and the first Lunchtime Live of the year. And I'm just enjoying this sunshine. So we're here for the white-crowned sparrow. And any questions, comments, please type them in the chat. There's always a little bit of a delay, but that's all right. I will do my best to answer those and read those comments. So here we are, the white-crowned sparrow. How do I pronounce this? Zonotrichia leucophyres. Zonotrichia leucophyres, or just white-crowned sparrow. We see this is a medium size, about 6 inches in length, grayish chest there, and then that distinct head, white and black stripe. Who has seen this sparrow before? You know, sparrows to me, I'm not much of a birder, and they're, for me, hard to distinguish and look so much alike, but not the white crown. Hi, Donna. Thanks for saying hi. Yes, John, nice birdie. This is a very, I love this photo, taken by a friend of the estuary, Mark, who provides some of these photos for me. But look at that distinct, almost looks like a cap, right? And then sort of a pinkish to orange a beak there on the adult. Male and female looking the same. And this is how we see them. This is a migratory species, spending summer in Alaska and Canada. And then in about September or so, they start to show up here in our fall, spending the winter down here. So they're breeding and up north, and then they follow that Pacific flyway when we see them here. And I'm standing in a scrubby, shrubby area, which is the type of habitat that they love. I haven't seen any so far. I'm seeing a lot of hummingbirds this morning, but I'm keeping my eyes open for the white crown. And again, that marking is so distinct that for me, I can notice them right away, unlike other similar sparrow-like species. So they will arrive here, like I said, for the winter, spend the winter here, and then they head back up. So this is how we know, we're getting into our migratory season, which is largely the winter months. And I said they prefer the scrubby, shrubby area. In some places where there are fox sparrows, they will share their habitat, their territories. However, when they are feeling threatened in their territory, they will puff up, and they're already kind of a little bit kind of puffy as it is, so that's probably pretty cute. And they do a lot of singing. In fact, it's mostly the males that do the singing. The females have a kind of softer song to them, and this is so interesting, is that their songs are learned typically in the first 3 months of life. And they don't necessarily learn the songs from the parents, but more of the songs in the neighborhood. So they're known to have dialects. just for their particular area. And some of the males, apparently, who are on the edge of two neighborhoods might actually have two dialects and may even be considered bilingual. Pretty amazing. I don't know if we can tell them apart. Obviously, people who study bird songs do, but yeah, so the white-crowned in my neighborhood may not sing like the white-crowned in your neighborhood. Pretty cool. So, and they also say that the songs are often affected by human activity or noise. I guess a little bit like a mockingbird, but not so much. So, pretty cool. When we do see them, again, we're seeing them in the wintering months. That's when the pairs have sort of broken up. So in the spring, when it's breeding season, they will get together, mate for the season, and then break up for wintering. When they return to breeding season, about 2/3 of the population will actually repair. So they're not necessarily monogamous, although they do display some monogamy. The female, during breeding, they build their nests. We don't see this. They build their nests in the shrubby habitat up to about 10 feet high, made of pine needles or bark leaves, and the female will lay 3 to 7 eggs. They're kind of palish green with like reddish splotches, and she will incubate them roughly 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks. Do they pair before or after they migrate? That's a good question, Donna. My understanding is from what I've read, that they pair up in the breeding area, so up north. But I can't say that for 100%. Sounds like they pair up once they return. So Donna had asked, do they pair off before or after they migrate north? I believe they pair up once they've already migrated and reached their breeding area. So the female will lay those eggs, incubate them for about 2 weeks, and then they both take turns feeding the chicks, who will take about 2 months before they fledge. Now, the female will work on a second set of eggs, and when she starts her second brood, the male, the father, will continue feeding the chicks. The siblings will stay together for a few months after they fledge. So when do we see them? What is their behavior? They'll do that kind of scratching like towhees do. They hop around backwards, they turn over leaves, and forward hop and pounce. So I don't know if you've seen that. I just noticed them sort of when they're up high in the trees and looking like this. Now, we also don't see them in this other. We see them when they're distinct like this, but when they are a juvenile, I guess we would see them in their first year, if their first winter as a juvenile, they don't look like this. They are a bit more of a brown, phase. Here you'll see the stripe is more brownish, and they're a little more less gray-like and more brownish feathers. So that's what a juvenile will look like. And again, this photo supplied by Mark, and I believe he took this here in San Diego, so this would probably be within the first winter, a juvenile. White-crowned sparrow, seeing that distinct marking, which may not be quite as noticeable when you're at a distance, but hone in on that head and that's how you'll know. Okay. They're foraging. When they're foraging around for seeds. possibly some insects, and also berries, elderberries. And I'm not sure what tree this is. It kind of looks like it might be a willow tree, but we do, in the area where I'm standing, have some elderberry trees, although they no longer are leafing or even fruiting, but I've seen them there before. So find them in the shrubs, and you find them in those smaller trees. Okay, let's see. And then they live a long time. I think over 13 years. I just find that incredible. So we'll see them rewintering, maybe up to 13 years if you're lucky. So any questions about the white-crowned sparrow? They make that journey. That journey is about 2,600 miles is what they've been known to migrate from Alaska, Canada to Southern California to spend the winter with us. And today doesn't really feel like winter. It's actually really nice. But this is a sign that winter is upon us. A beautiful white crown. And that's, I get excited because it's a sparrow I can identify. Let's see. Thank you. Susan is joining us. Donna's got, thank you. Any questions, any comments about white-crowned sparrows? I've been keeping my eyes open, but this isn't maybe the exact place to see them. Did I mention that there are hummingbirds just zipping around all over the place? I've been doing a lot. There's been a lot of hummingbird activity here and at home at my house. So, well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, for the first Lunchtime Live of 2022. If you are tuning in later and you have questions or comments, please feel free to type them in the chat regarding the white-crowned sparrow. We will bring this back in 2 weeks. So we'll skip next Tuesday and bring this back in 2 weeks. That'll be our pattern to start off the year with Lunchtime Live. So thanks everyone for joining us again. Happy New Year. I don't know at what point you stop saying that. But I hope you're off to a good start this year. So thanks everyone, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye. Thanks, Susan. We look forward to the next one as well, and we hope to see you back here for Lunchtime Live.